Yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's good with you?
What's up? What's up? What's up,
Can't.
everybody? Come on in. Come on in. Well, we are one less of our three-person team. Coco is out there, doing big things. She's narrating plays and all of that stuff. So she couldn't be with us tonight. So it's just the fellas,
Fellas, we
just me
locked
and
in though.
Jinx. We locked in. Welcome to another edition of Root Access Live. You know how we do. We give you the best in interviews. We give you the best interviews. We give you the best news. All of that wrapped up into one. My name is Mr. Root. That's my boy Jinx.
Yo,
Say
yo.
what's up to the people, Jinx.
What's good with y'all, man? I'm so happy to be with y'all tonight. We're ready to rock and roll, man. Ready to get this thing
Uh,
popping.
yeah, man, we got a good show planned for you guys. Of course, we give you the best and hot topics, but also we give you the best artists and the best guests. So tonight we have choir master, choir maven, choir extraordinaire Vincent Bohanan will be with us today. Vincent is doing big things in music, man. He just released a new project live in Chicago. I was actually in the building when they recorded that. It was a packed Saturday night in January. It felt like it was below zero. It was actually the same weekend Jussie Smollett was in Chicago doing
Oh
that
my.
bull crap.
Oh,
Same exact weekend. So when they describe how cold it was that weekend, they're not lying. It was freezing, but he packed out a Chicago church like as if it was 85 degrees. That's the type of impact that he has on the culture. So we just happy to be talking with him today. And of course, we got our hot topics. Nene Leaks. Nene's got a man at home. We're gonna talk about that. They said Nene got a new man, and they're
yeah.
saying like it's only a couple months after her husband Greg has passed away. So we didn't want to talk about that. Like, is there a time limit on grief? Like, what's all of that about? So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Steph Curry making history. Like me and Jinx always talking about who the GOAT is, but now they floating that word on him. He's the
Yeah.
GOAT.
That's
Is
what
what
they
a lot of
floating.
people are saying. So we talk that LeBron James's school, the principal has resigned, and we will tell you why. Elon Musk is in the news. He's Time Magazine's Person of the Year, and we'll talk about that. And a woman is making six figures selling something that you will not believe. And I'm gonna just keep it right there. It's
So look,
unbelievable.
y'all. Before we get into these hot topics, I need everybody on here to share, like, and share. Do us a favor. Let's try to get these numbers up. Let's get out there. We got a great guest tonight. Go over these hot topics, but we need y'all to help us out. Get the word out. Share. Invite some people so we can get this thing popping tonight.
Seriously, seriously. So what we getting into first, Jinx? Let's talk Steph Curry.
Let's talk Steph. Of course, as the resident sportscaster here on Root Access Live,
That's right.
this is definitely something that I was paying close attention to. For those of you who don't know, Steph Curry has now become the all-time leading three-point maker in the NBA, right? Three-point shot maker in the NBA, surpassing the great Ray Allen. And it was phenomenal, right? If you can't, Steph was trying to do this for like 3 games, 4 games straight. And there was a lot of pressure, a lot of stress on him about it. But one of the things that I said is if he couldn't do it at home, there's no other place to do it than Madison Square Garden.
Seriously.
And I'm sorry for all the Knicks fans out there. Once again, something beautiful happened in sports against y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just what it is. I mean, Madison Square Garden, the aura, the ambiance of that room, excuse me, of that facility is definitely something that's crazy. And I was, watching it live when it happened. And it was almost like you just knew. You felt it. You just knew. You saw Steph go down on his infamous down screen, curled around to the top of the key, and you knew Andrew Wiggins was waiting for him to get there so he can pass the ball. Steph
Yep.
pulls up, knocks it down. They stop the game. The celebration is crazy. But here's what I love. There was no hate in Ray Allen. Ray Allen made his way to Madison Square Garden to make sure that he was there to witness history. Same
Yeah.
thing, Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller was there for Ray Allen.
Yeah. And I think we can learn something from that. Like, just because somebody, quote unquote, surpasses you, it doesn't take away from your greatness. It
Yeah.
just means that, hey, somebody else reached the same pinnacle. And I
Yeah.
think we should learn from that because they celebrated both Ray Allen and Reggie Miller. They both celebrated Steph when he broke the record, man. So kudos to Steph and
Yeah.
to all the work that he's put in, man.
And I heard that he did it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he did it in five years less
Less,
time than Ray Allen.
yeah.
That's unprecedented.
Listen, Steph Curry, you and I, we always debate who's the GOAT, whether it's Jordan or whether it's LeBron. But I don't think that we'll ever argue about who the GOAT of shooting is.
Yeah, no.
That, my friend, is Steph Curry. There's no doubt about it. He is the greatest shooter that God has ever created.
Yeah.
Steph Curry is a monster. Hey, Coco just popped on. She's doing her
What up, Co?
night. You know what I'm saying?
We miss you, Co.
Miss you bad. I don't know what I'm supposed to do without you segueing these hot topics, Coco. Don't do this no more.
We're going to crash and burn.
Goodness gracious. But yeah, Steph did his thing. Excited for him.
Shout out to Steph Curry. Now, also in the news, man, the principal, LeBron James, he has a school called I Promise. And it's been making headlines this week. The principal, Brandy Davis, she recently resigned as principal of the school after being accused of smacking a student back in September. I guess it's coming to light now because this happened in September. Like 3 months later, she's resigning. What happened in those 3 months? Was she being reprimanded? They said she has been under investigation. So I don't know what kind of investigation that is, because you put your hand on the student. This is not the 1950s. I know what they did back then in the 50s and the 60s. But you slap my kid, you need to be gone immediately. And I know there's different memes going on around saying, hey, this is what the kids need, blah, blah, blah. Okay, maybe we can talk about that at home, lay the smack down at home. But I'm sorry. Ain't no principal or no teacher putting hands on my kid.
Nah, I don't know too many parents who would be okay with that, right? I don't know too many parents who are just gonna sit back and say, okay, yeah, that's what the child deserved. I mean, the climate in which we live in now is heightened to any kind of situation, and every situation that happens nowadays is going to be put under so much scrutiny. And you, as an educator, you don't know your boundaries. You don't know that you can't put your hands on somebody.
Yeah,
you don't know that that's going to bring, number one, shame to yourself, shame to your school, and now shame to what LeBron James has worked so tirelessly to create for the residents in Akron. Like you got to think about this like that. I don't expect for a grown woman who is a principal, which means that she's gone through higher education, she's gone through classes. And again, because of the climate in which we live, I know that there's CTE or continuing education classes, not CTE, I'm sorry, continuing education classes that would allow her to learn how to deal with these situations in heightened emotional states. So there's no way that you can excuse this behavior. This is not, oh my God, it got the best of me. No, like this is something completely wrong. And unfortunately, she needs to go. I'm sure she was a great woman who knows what she's doing. I don't think LeBron James and his team would have had her there without vetting her strongly. But that is something that you need to be removed for. There's no doubt about it. And I'm with you. You don't wait until now for something that happened in September. She should have been gone back in September.
Should have been gone. It's crazy, man. I don't she's been with the Akron school system for over 20 years. So she should definitely know better. It's unfortunate. And I know, these kids need discipline, but that's something else, man.
That's something else. Man, it's not your place to discipline somebody else's kid like that. I mean, you can reprimand them, give them a detention, a suspension, whatever you want to do. Or if it comes time to getting physical, I'm surprised that we didn't hear a secondary or subordinating story of a mom, an auntie, going to the school.
That's right.
The principal. Because I looked at that story. That story doesn't exist.
No, exactly.
Because I know what's going to happen if you smack one of mine.
Listen,
I know what's going to happen if you smack. I just.
Yeah, it's another story, man.
Yeah.
It's another story. In other news, Nene Leakes, she was 12 seasons with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she was married to her husband, Greg Leakes, for 24 years before he passed away from complications of cancer over the summer. Well, now she's dating again. She's been dating businessman Nayo Nosella Soul. I guess he's a South African businessman, and it's been all over the blogs. And of course, everybody has their opinion, dragging her. Oh, it's only been 3 months. She was already dating him. Was he waiting in the wings? Was you already messing around when Greg was sick? You need to give yourself time to grieve. Yada yada yada. Everybody has an opinion. What are your thoughts on this, Jinx? Should she have waited? Do you think it's too soon? Or do you think people should just mind their business?
I mean, I think that people should really just mind their business. Speculation, again, is at an all-time high, no matter what the situation is. At this point, everybody grieves differently as well. So it's difficult to say what someone should or shouldn't do in a situation that you're not in. Right. So everybody has an opinion. Everybody is a backseat driver or a coach from the bench or a pastor in the pews, or you know what I'm saying? Everybody has an opinion that they feel like is
right, Kim. Absolutely right. I wish you would.
Everybody has an opinion that is going to be self-serving, right? But the reality is, like, who am I to say what's too soon, right? I know that if God forbid I go, I don't want my wife to be sobbing and miserable for a long period of time, because that drains quality of life. Now, I'm not saying that, you like, oh yeah, move on immediately. I don't think that that's realistic, but I'm also not going to say that, oh, you need to be single for 3 to 5 years. And I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist. So I don't know what that is. Right. But at the end of the day, if this is a part of her grieving, or this is a part of her kind of getting through that grieving, I mean, who are we to say, oh, it's too much, or, you know what I'm saying, or it's not, I don't know. I don't have a judgment on this, man. She's an adult. Yeah. And that's my judgment on it. She's an adult, and whatever works for the adult in the situation, that's just what it is. I see some people saying, be happy. I see some people saying, let's talk about these comments, right? So Kim said 3 months. I want you to still be distraught. So she clearly, Root, wants you to be in that distraught place for a good period of time. She wants you to grieve that thing. she wants you to grieve that thing.
The feeling is mutual, sis. The feeling is mutual. You better be crying. You have a year. I need you to drape my seat downstairs in the living room. Drape my computer. Yes, same here.
But on the flip side, be happy, Nene, right? Because at what point are you gonna say, okay, enough is enough? And like I said, everybody who's married, if their spouse, well, I don't want to say everybody, because we got some crazy situations going on now in 2021. Bless the Lord. But look, exactly, she's gonna be crying on an island somewhere because your life insurance money, plug that I sold you. You need life insurance? Hit me up. That life insurance money is going to do very well for this young lady.
Let her know.
She's gonna be on that island. What do you think, Root? Is that too short?
3 months. I would say so. Like, it's 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
And I guess because she's in a spotlight, so she's, under a microscope. So it just makes it seem like, ooh. But I think that's too short of a time. I just think that may be too short of a time, man.
Yo,
especially to be all out and about and just happy-go-lucky. I think that's
this thought hit me, man. Putting it in somewhat of or some kind of perspective, right? There are some major surgeries that you can't even recover from in 3 months.
There you go.
Like you know what I'm saying? There's some procedures that take you longer than 3 months to recover from.
Right.
I mean, my son, well, I mean, again, here's another school of thought, another perspective. My oldest son went through, something, and it took him a little while to recover. It was longer than 3 months, right? And when you put it into that perspective, then yeah, I get it. But again, you have the people on the other side that say, 3 months is enough. And the reality is, to each his own. I know in my situation, come on now, 3 months ain't enough, right? Because that's gonna you can't encapsulate 12, 13 years into a 3-month grieving period. It just doesn't happen. And I don't think, I mean, speaking for me, no, that's not gonna do it. But that's just what it is. So obviously Root's having some technical difficulties, so we're just gonna keep it moving. There he is, he's back. You good, bro? All right, he's not good. So at the end of the day, that's just what it is. Let's talk about it a little bit longer though, because I think that okay, here we go. I think that it's a real thing, right? I think that it's a real thing. And I think that it's something that is considered taboo now, right? And that's enough. This is what I'm saying. If we further this conversation, even though Coco is doing her thing, she's still chiming in. We appreciate that, Coco. Like this is a whole nother perspective. Maybe in this relationship, she wasn't happy, she wasn't free, and now that the transitions happened with her husband, now maybe she's able to live the life that she's always wanted to live. I don't know. But I'm not in anybody else's head. I'm not in anybody else's situation. So I cannot judge a man or a woman who makes a decision to further their lives or move on with their lives after a major loss. I don't know. I can't call it.
No, I hear you. I think because she is who she is.
That's the reason.
Of course, man, she's gonna be under our microscope. But we wish Nene well. Greg was sick for a long time.
A very long
time.
So
even in that, you kind of saw the frustration, and she had to care for him. So all of that was probably stressful for her.
That's the real. Let's keep it a buck, because I watched my mother take care of my father when he was dying. And here is the catch-22. The catch-22 for a spouse who is watching their spouse suffer. There is a part of them that says, God, I don't care how they no longer suffer. Please get them out of this misery.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's another side of it. Maybe Greg transitioning has lifted a burden off of Nene from the standpoint of she no longer has to witness somebody who she loves suffering.
Right.
Because
right.
That was a part of what my mom was talking about. And you have to be mature to hear that kind of conversation. It doesn't mean that Nene didn't love Greg. It doesn't mean that my mom didn't love my father. It just simply means that after years of caring for someone who is sick, not only do you become emotionally drained and tired, but you also feel for the individual that you love so much. And you're just like, man, like, please, that this pain has got to go. So at some point, maybe that's the relief, and maybe now she can be free. Great observation, Cole. I don't know. But yeah, so moving along, let's lighten the mood a little bit. So we talked about at the top of the show when Root was given the hot topics, we talked about a particular person who is making 6 figures for selling.
6 figures.
Let's repeat that. 6 figures for selling what, Root?
Farts in a jar.
Give us the story, because this is blowing my mind.
Her name is Stephanie Matto. She's from the show 90 Day Fiance. And she said she's earned 6 figures just from farting into jars. But all that gas is taking a bit of a toll on her health, both mentally and physically. Oh, God. She's already banked over $100K selling her jarred farts to fans, but her process almost put the artist in the hospital. Stephanie tells us she usually sets aside 2 or 3 days a week to work on her hustle, eating foods typically associated with being gassy, like beans and fiber bars. There's a science to this, guy, so it ain't as easy as it seems. While it sounds like easy money, Stephanie says she recently ate way too many fiber bars, and it nearly sent her to the emergency room. This is crazy, man. From selling farts. So I don't know what's crazier, her selling the farts, or no, I know what it is. It's people buying the farts. Because listen, If I can make six figures by farting in the jar or whatever, and y'all foolish enough to buy it, then so be it. This is like nobody should be broke
Ever.
in these United States of America or anywhere. Like you should not be broke. There are apparently many ways to make money.
Yo, I am in the wrong business.
You're in the wrong business.
Here I am thinking I'm doing something that's notable and remarkable and filled with integrity. And this woman is making $45,000 a week. 45. There are people who don't make $45,000 a year.
That's right.
She's making $45,000 a week doing something that makes absolutely no sense at all. And I'm not, right. I don't understand it. I'm not with it. I think it's stupid. But hey, who are me to judge?
Who are me to judge?
Who are me to judge? Look, man, our guest is here. So if you want to do the honors of welcoming him on, I'm going to bring him up to the stage. But this is my guy. So, Root, let's bring on our guest, man.
All right, man. This guy is one of the leaders of the new school in choir music. They have such a huge following already. I mean, he just came out with his, I guess, official debut project. Vincent has been dropping stuff, just teasing us here and there. All right, I'm gonna give y'all 5 songs. All right, here's 5 more. Like, it's just crazy, and we just eat it up. We love it. I happen to be in the building live in Chicago. Like I said, it was the coldest day I've ever seen in life. Vincent, am I lying?
It was below zero.
It was below zero.
It was below zero. Yes,
and the church was packed out. Out. They do anniversaries every year in different states. They pack it out. It's a movement. So welcome to Root Access Live.
What's up, guys?
Guy, Vincent Bohanan.
What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's up, man?
Y'all good?
We're good, man. We apologize. Coco, who was 1/3 of Root Access Live, she couldn't be with us today. She's she's all grand doing plays and stuff like that.
Listen.
But she definitely sends her regards. She wanted to be here. She called us before. She was like, "I'm so sad that she really loves Vincent." But
next time,
yeah, man, we are here, man. So welcome, man. How's everything?
I'm good. I'm well. I'm okay. I'm alive and well, and I'm glad to be alive. And listen, I'm glad to be alive with everything happening in the world. I'm just honored to be alive. I'm glad to be alive. So
that's a big statement, man. That's a big statement. You're right. You're right. And it's fine. And you have a new project out, man, that came out a couple weeks ago, live in Chicago. Tell us about the project. It's highly anticipated. It was doing big numbers, especially the first weekend that it was out.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a bit about this project. You being on Hez House, which is RCA, the big engine. This is great for choir music, great for you, and I know this is everything that your mom dreamed for you. So tell us a bit about Live in Chicago.
Listen, Live in Chicago it's been a long time coming, but it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait. Live in Chicago, as you already stated, it was one of the coldest. It was cold, and then it was a blizzard as well. It snowed and it snowed and it snowed all night. And so I said, I don't know who's going to come. But when we showed up and we saw a line outside with people with their coats and their hats and their scarves waiting to just really have a wonderful experience with SOV, I said, wow, these people really came out. And so the energy in there was just out of this world. The energy in there was out of this world. And I just said, wow, we're going to have a good time tonight. And so the whole night I went through every song as if it was just like a regular concert. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's why you get that church live experience on wax, because that's what it was that night. And that's what I really wanted, because a lot of the times in 2021, everything is just so watered down. You don't hear the audience. You don't hear, this and that. And so I said, I want a live sounding album. And so that's what we get for Live in Chicago. I wrote all the songs.
More publishing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I write all my songs. And there are a lot of people that want to write. I said, not right now. But
Right.
so I write all my songs, and so I thank God for that. I thank God that I have that awesome gift for that. And so it's a wonderful album. It kind of touches every area. You got the worship, you got the praise and worship. Of course, you got church, you got a little institutional, you got a little
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn, you got a little bit of everything mixed in together with the stamp of VB. And so I thank God that we're able to put something out with good quality representing Brooklyn. And I thank God that not only are we representing Brooklyn, but we are representing the kingdom at large. And so it's awesome. It's awesome. I'm glad that we're able to now share it with everybody. If you don't have it, make sure you go get it. It's on everything. Stream it today, download it, whatever you do, go get it. Go get Live in Chicago. Teach it to your church, teach it to your praise team or your choir, whatever you may have in your church, and have a wonderful time. I'm telling you, you're gonna have a good time with these songs.
Listen, you could have named the album "It's Here." That's my
Oh
favorite
my
track
God.
on the
Yeah, that
album.
was
Man,
fire.
Like, I'm at the gym working out to "It's Here." Like
man.
it's on repeat, bro. That thing is stupid.
That night we couldn't get past that song. I said, I think this is going to be the end of the night, because the praise that came in there after is here. It was crazy in there.
Yeah.
It was really, really crazy in there. I said, wow. And so Kenny was on that song. And we just had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time that night on that song. And so, yeah, that is a good song. I was really, really, really afraid. I said, I don't know if people really don't like the song, but it's working. It's
It's working.
working.
I tell you, it
Yeah.
works for me. So talk to me, man. I know that you're much more. A lot of people know you as the choir master, the phenomenal pen, but I don't know how many people actually know of the transition that you took when your beautiful mother passed away to becoming a
Yes.
pastor of the church. So how are you balancing Pastor Vincent Bohanan and choir master Vincent Bohanan?
Man, I don't know how I'm doing it. I ask myself every week, and people ask me all the time, how do you do the both? It is nothing but the Lord's strength that has allowed me to really pastor and at the same time be an artist. Being a pastor for 4 years now, 3 years. And it hasn't been easy, but it's been a wonderful journey thus far. I love to see people come from one end to the next end. And so I've always had a heart, but really and truly, with having the choir before pastoring, I think that was my practice.
Mm-hmm.
Having all of these young people, I had so many people in the choir in the beginning, and we had so many different personalities. We had so many different things going on. I'm sure everyone heard we were just all over the place. And so now having to keep them together and teach them the word of the Lord, it was kind of like my practice. And so by the time I now have the great opportunity to now pastor a church, I already knew what to do, what not to do, how to do it, how to work with people, what to say to people, all of that stuff. And so here I am, and I'm doing it. I'm making sure that I'm in church every Sunday, and so I am. Oh, but our church is in the afternoon, so it kind of works out anyway. And so it's been great, though. It's been great. I love pastoring. I know a lot of people don't say that often, but I actually like it. I love my church, the Winners Assembly in the Brooklyn, New York, and we are just in a place where we are really trying to see who we are and what we need to do and why we're here. And so it's an awesome journey. It's an awesome experience. And we have a lot of people in the choir that has now joined the church. So, it's kind of a repeat of what, Bishop and the church is all about, and the
Yeah.
choir and how that all came about. And so it's amazing to see how all of that came, and it now is like a repeat in a way.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
How is it being a millennial pastor, pastoring a group of millennials?
Oh, it's an experience. It is an experience. It took a while for them to understand VB and Pastor Vincent.
Mhm.
And so, of course, it took a little, this and that. But I can say 3 years later, we're finally here. And now they are able to see what they couldn't before. And so in this age, I'm learning that a lot of what worked in the 90s does not work in 2021. So if you tell them that you're going to, sit them down and stuff, they don't really care about that. They're going to say, okay, cool. So now we have to try to find a way to really bring all of what we learned in the 90s and the early 2000s into 2021 and just bring everything together. And so it is a hard thing at times because church has changed. But church has changed because the world has changed and the people has changed. And so church is not the same anymore. And the people are totally different. And so now we have to try to see what we can do, what we shouldn't do, what we say, what we shouldn't say. And so it's a learning process. I think we're all in this process of learning. And now, especially in the time that we're in right now, with everything that is so virtual and, everything is online and this and that, we are literally trying to see what we're going to have to do next. And so I think we're all in the same boat, kind of, sort of, old, young, in the middle. We're all in the same boat, trying to find our way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And earlier we were talking about just your songwriting ability, man. Like the fact that you write all of your songs is pretty amazing. And of course, financially, of course, that's just going to be very lucrative for you for years to come.
Oh, yes.
But
That
where
laugh,
did that?
You heard that laugh?
Yeah, he said, "Oh," and then he shook that head.
Yeah.
But where did that gift of songwriting come? Was it like as a child because you went up, you grew up in one of the most,
Yeah.
one of the biggest churches in Brooklyn, and they were known for their songs.
Right.
And so, is it because of that tutelage?
I believe so. I think being under that anointing, and I guess it was already on me. And so I wrote my first song at the age of 6. So I've been writing since the age of 6. So I don't ever have to write another song anymore because I have so many already.
Wow.
And so this is why I teach songs every week. Well, not anymore, but when the choir would come together every week, it was a new song every week. It was a new song. And that's what kept the choir always wanting to come. They love choir rehearsal because they knew that they were going to get another hit every week. They were going to get another good song every week, no matter if it was slow, fast, whatever it was. They knew that it was going to be good. And so that was one of my key things that kept the choir together because, after about 2 years or 3 years, it gets kind of like, okay, this is really the same thing. But I made sure now we're on our way to 8 years. And I have a lot of my original people from year 1 that is still with me today, that is faithful. And it's just amazing to see that they have not left, after all of these options that they have, and they're like, no, I'm here. And so the writing, I believe, was the thing that kept everything together. And I can honestly say we have not been the greatest singers, but it's the songs, it's the music, it's the vibe, it's the anointing that has really put us where we are. And so I thank God for it. I thank God for it. It is amazing to see how the songs that I wrote in my car are now being played on the radio and all across the country. And it's pretty cool. A lot of the songs that I wrote right on this keyboard, have really reached so many different people. And I love God. I love God. He's amazing.
I'm sharing the songs on my Instagram story as I'm listening on the radio or on my Apple Music. It's phenomenal just kind of hearing your story and putting the story to the music.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite song on this latest project?
Oh man.
And that's a spotlight question, I know.
Yeah, that is hard. I love Any Day Now. Any Day Now
Mm, mm,
works everywhere we go.
mm.
As soon as they hear that intro, the
Yep.
people
Yeah.
are up on their feet. I don't know what it is. I think because it gets right to the point. It
Yeah.
is no
So
long
many people are
intro.
waiting for any day now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. Like
Yeah.
everybody's waiting for God to do something.
Yeah. And so the words, along with the vibe of it all, I think it's an automatic, like, oh yeah, I love this song. And so everywhere we go, that song is just an automatic, everybody up on their feet. As soon as they hear ding 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 ding, boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
boom.
It's a
It's
it's a
I don't
vibe.
it's a vibe, and it's just amazing. So when I write, I try to write an intro that's going to catch the
Gonna
ears
catch him, right?
of
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
So if you hear any of my songs, you're going to hear an intro, and that's how I capture the people. And through that, they're going to be like, okay, I know that song, you know. And so, but on this album, I really like Jesus Save the Day. Jesus Save the
Mm.
Day is growing
That's a
on me.
good one too. That's one of my
And
favorites.
yeah, it just reminds me of Sunday morning church that I have not experienced since we left that time, in the 90s, with me coming up in church and having the choir and the choir stand and the robes and all of that. It reminds me of all of that. And so Jesus Saved the Day. But along with that is the words and the lyrics that actually came to me concerning that song. And it'll really get your mind in a place where you're like, wow, he really saved my life. He saved me from a road of destruction. And so, if we all be honest today, we have all been in a place where we have made some horrible choices. And, but this song really just brings you to a place of knowing that his love for you is so great that he'll save you from any and everything. And so that's what he did for me. That's what he did for me. And so I think that song is one of my favorites, but Take Control is also good too.
Take
I don't know.
control. That
I was
It's
just
hard.
listening to Take Control before we came on.
It's hard. It really,
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
is.
that was special for me because growing up in Love Fellowship, that was our song
Yeah.
every Sunday.
Hmm.
That last part, that Take
Yeah.
Control,
So
and
I
I was
said
like, "Whoa, that was
yep.
dope
So
that you
I
added
had
that."
to add that because I know I was in a rehearsal at the church and he sang that one time. I said, I like that. And so I said these two would go perfectly
Yep, yep.
together. And so yep. And so we added that part to it. But that song says a lot as well. So it's just so many songs that I
Yeah, I
kind of
believe
like.
God. That's another one.
I believe
Just,
God is
just the
good.
whole album. Just get the whole
I
album,
believe
guys.
good.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
Oh,
Gee
Give Thanks
whiz.
is good. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
give
hard.
thanks. That's the current single right now.
Brooklyn, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
is
that takes you right to Brooklyn.
Old
creeping
school
up the charts.
Pentecostal
Creeping up the
power.
charts.
Yeah, huh?
I said old school Pentecostal power.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Pentecostal power is good too.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
So speaking to that point, like it would have been easy for you to go with the trend of music now,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Music
Mm-hmm.
now is not that choir, take me back to old school Pentecostal roots.
Hmm.
What has caused you to stay committed to your foundation in a world where the gospel music industry has completely shifted?
Great question.
Yeah,
Great question.
that's a wonderful question. I realized that it may seem like everybody likes one type of music, genre of music or whatever. But really and truly, there's a large remnant of people that still love this choir music. And I know everyone's calling themselves a choir now, but the music is not choir music, if you be honest. It's not
Yeah.
choir music. You're just adding that you're a choir, but you're not singing choir music. This is not church choir music. That's praise and worship or whatever you want to call it.
Ensemble.
And it's an ensemble. It's not church. It's not church music. But so um, I realize that there are a remnant of people like myself that still love that sound. I am one that loves the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. So if you hear anything from me, you're going to get a little old school in there as well. And so there are a remnant of people, and I am just one that believes that you should be who you are. Never try to change up and switch up because what you see others trying to do. But I believe in my heart that everyone should be who they are. There's only one you. You can never try to be like anybody else. You should not, rather. And because at the end of the day, you have a purpose. And so I have a purpose. Everyone has a purpose. And if you ever try to be in a place where you're trying to now operate outside of your purpose, then all of the people that are supposed to be attached to and assigned to you have nowhere to go. And they have nothing to listen to. And so I've learned just be you. And the time will come where your name will be in the lights and all this other stuff. But just be committed to who you are. Be committed to who you are. No one can ever beat you being you.
Being you. That's
No
right.
one can ever, and so if we just learn that, and if we just held on to that, we would have so many different people that were confident in themselves. But that's what we lack a lot of the times. No one's confident anymore. And so now we got a whole bunch of repeats, and we got all these other people just trying, and we all sound the same. And it's just not that authentic sound anymore, because we all want to sound like Ricky Dillard. We all want to sound like Higher Calling, and we can't be Ricky Dillard. Neither can we be Kevin Lemons. And so I got to be Vincent Bohanan. And so, that's just that, and so I thank God for it. Thank God for it.
We were talking in the beginning about just how, I mean, you moved totally different from industry standard. Like I said, you were dropping EPs. Like, people don't know, Vincent has already been nominated for Stellar Awards, and this is his first official album.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Because he's been dropping projects, whether it's EPs, and it was just putting things out there, just teasers, so making people hungry. And it's such a culture of people that love Vincent Bohanan and SOV.
Yeah.
Like, it's a phenomenon. It's crazy.
Thank God for it.
And the album just dropped a couple weeks ago. But what is Vincent doing in January?
Man.
He's doing another live recording.
Listen,
it ain't stopping. Tell us about this, Vincent.
I have a timeline. I am one that I like to work throughout the year. Of course, I like to rest and stuff, but I like to ride the wave while I have the wave, because there's going to come a time where this wave is not waving anymore. And then a lot of the times we miss our season, and we're trying to ride this wave that's not really going to, bring us anywhere, because we missed that time. I refuse to miss my time. And so I'm doing everything I can while I have the time, and while the wave is here, and while everyone is excited about VB. I'm going to use this time wisely. I'm going to use it up. I'm going to use every second, every month, you're going to see a video content. You're going to see something. You're going to get a song. You're going to get something out of us all year round. And that's just how I am. I know everyone is not like that, but I am going to record again, and we're going to Texas this year. And I'm excited about it because, as I said, we've got so many songs. And so I feel as if I'm not operating in what I should do when I sit on all of these great songs that I have. And so, these songs that we have on this new project that we're going to do in January is amazing. It's kind of like a grown-up version of SOV now. Now that we're at year 8, we're a little older. We're a lot older. We're 8 years older now. And so a lot of them are married. We got kids and all this other stuff. And now that has transferred into the ministry. And so that has also transferred into the way that we sing. And it is also transferred into the writing as well. And so these songs are so good. And so we want everybody to come to Texas January 22nd for the live recording that we're having. But of course, we're still pushing live in Chicago at the same time. So we're doing all of this at the same time. But I'm excited about it. It's going to be really, really, really good.
Now, what's going on with VB in Atlanta? Because we done talked about
That's my
Chicago,
other
we done
choir.
talked about Brooklyn, now we talking about Texas, but now we got to talk about Atlanta too.
The Victorious Army. The Victorious Army is my other choir in Atlanta. It is not SOV Atlanta. It is totally their own choir. They have their own thing happening in Atlanta. They are called the Victorious Army. They are.
What made you want to do that?
You know, we had a lot of people that wanted to join the choir out of town and stuff. And, you know, really and truly, that would kind of be impossible trying to fly up here every week and every month and all that other stuff. So it wouldn't work. But I had so many people there that did not have a choir. They didn't fit in what was already there. And so they were asking me, and I said, okay, well, let me try to see what I can do. So I realized that there's only one SOV. So I can't try to have a choir like this choir there. So I said, I'm going to have another choir. And we called it the Victorious Army. This choir is a little bit more churchy. They are country. They are the country churchy people. And really and truly, a lot of the people that are in the Atlanta choir are not from Atlanta. I've got people from the Carolinas, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, all around that area that come in every month. So I travel there every month, and we have a wonderful time every month. It grew so much this year alone. And so they're almost the size as the choir up here. And so it's amazing. It's really, really amazing. I love them. And they're recording in April. And so it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So they're recording in Detroit, Michigan in April. So we got songs for that as well. We got songs for that as well.
Playing,
so
bro.
It's good. Listen. We need this stuff. We need music for Sundays.
Yeah.
You know, we need music for Sundays, and you know, I have it, so why not use what you have?
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right. So you're a perfect candidate of this game that we play every week with our guests.
Absolutely.
It's called, look at Vincent. He's like,
I don't know about no games.
He's like, I don't play no games.
Play no games.
So it's called Talk It, Sing It. So basically,
oh my
you
God.
know how you hear a song on the radio? If you hear it with the music, you automatically know it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I just read the lyrics to you right now without the music, we want you to guess it.
Okay.
All right.
I don't have to sing or nothing, right? I don't have no voice.
I mean, usually you sing a little ditty after, but you don't got to sing it. Just guess it.
What's the name?
Okay. All right. And I'm throwing you a little curveball. People look at him like just a church boy, but I know he know other music other than church. So you're going to get a few curveballs.
We'll see.
All right, let's see. Here goes. So many times said it was forever. Said our love would always be true. Something in my heart always knew I'd be lying here beside you. So many promises never to be spoken. Now I know what loving you costs. Now we're up to talking divorce. And we weren't even married.
I was good at the first words. So many times I failed you. Done things my own way.
Yeah.
That was in my head. I said one more
That's
chance.
a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know this one. I don't know if it's R&B.
Yeah.
So
CC, I don't know what this is.
It's R&B, and it's On My Own. Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald. Michael
Okay.
McDonald.
On my
You know,
own.
yeah. See?
I didn't know that. Listen, that's the only part that I know
Me
from
too.
that
I
song.
know, but see, when you hear this stuff without the music,
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was hard.
crazy, right?
Those
All
some
right.
good words, though.
I know, right? All right, so let's go here. All right. It's Friday and my bills are due.
This
Here's
is
the
church.
thing. Can you feel what I'm going through? Clock on the wall keeps ticking, tocking. No stopping and
Oh, I
somebody's
know
knocking.
this.
On through the door telling me to go. My brother, I can't take no more.
That's Kirk Franklin.
There you go.
I was
So with
about to
my
say R.
knees,
Kelly.
I
Oh
hit
my
the
God.
flow and say, "Help me, Jesus.
He got
Help
it.
me, Jesus."
Let's
He
go
got
down
it.
by the riverside.
Bingo. All right, let's see.
Yeah, I remember that one.
All right. I know the day is dim. Chances may be slim. Hold on to what you believe. I know it hurts inside. Sometimes you sit and cry. You got to hold on to what you believe. Trouble only lasts for a while, but joy's going to come with the morning light. And to every life, some rain must fall, but trials come to make you strong.
I know this.
Oh, my brother, don't give up. You just keep on hanging on.
Oh, that. You just keep on.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh,
I
wow,
don't
that's
know.
good though.
Somebody gave you a hint. Somebody gave you a hint. Look at the screen. They said it's your manager.
Mama.
It's
Oh,
your label head.
oh, really? I don't know. Well, of course, with you doing the words. But yeah, I'm sure I know it.
This was
Hezekiah.
this was called this was a curveball. This was the Island Inspiration All Stars. Don't give up. Hezekiah Walker, Karen Clark, Donald Lawrence, Kirk Franklin. Remember that song? Oh, my brother, don't give up.
Oh
You
yeah,
just
yeah,
keep
yeah, yeah.
on hanging.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I'm trying
Yeah,
to throw a curveball. All right, last one.
that's old.
This one's funny. All right. Last night, I couldn't even get an answer. I tried to call, but my pride wouldn't let me dial.
I got it.
And I'm sitting
I got it. I
and
got
I'm
it.
sitting here with this blank expression. And the way I feel, I want to curl up like a child.
It sounds like a
I
love
told
song.
you once. I told you twice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know this one.
Sorry, Vincent. That's Diddy and Keisha Cole.
Yeah, I don't even know who
It's
she
called.
is.
And look,
I know Diddy. I don't know Keisha.
look, hey, look. This is why
He said, "I
Kim
don't even know
said.
who she is."
This is
Oh
why
God.
Kim said,
That's
just
the
do gospel.
I
listen.
didn't want to.
I'm
That
the
was the
only
obvious
pastor
for
who listens
Vincent.
to
I
R and
wasn't
B
just doing
and
gospel.
gospel. I'm the only one straddling the fence.
I know
Vincent, you did
Diddy. I
good.
don't
2
think I
out of
know.
4 ain't
Yeah,
bad,
that's
Vincent.
great. Listen.
Some people come on here and they just bomb out. They don't get anything.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good. But Vincent, now, listen, you are not just an amazing songwriter,
Mm-hmm.
but you can tickle them ivories now. And I know that keyboard is
Oh my
behind you,
Lord.
so we need you to play just something for us
I'm
before
really
you go.
retired. I
No,
really
you're
only
not.
Oh,
play
Every
no,
video
no,
I
to
no.
teach
no no no
song.
no 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 no.
Those are old videos, and I teach, and I play and I teach. So
That video that you just did from the Victorious Army.
I didn't have no other choice.
You was on the organ.
Listen, if it was up to me, I wouldn't be on that organ.
Well,
I don't even know how to play anymore, y'all.
you
I
just
really
tried to
don't.
play
Oh,
something quickly,
Vincent.
and you played the whole melody. Why are you playing?
I don't even know what to play. What do y'all want me to play?
You could play anything, something
Anything
from
you
your
want, bro.
album, something
It's
anything.
Christmas. It's Christmas time. I
Yeah,
don't know. You
Christmas
may want
song.
to play a little Christmas song. He gonna give us the Christmas pageant downstairs in the fellowship hall.
I don't know what y'all want me to play though. I
Vincent,
don't
you
know.
don't got original Christmas music? I know you wrote some Christmas songs.
Yeah, I just wrote. Actually, we just put out our Christmas concert with with TVA. We got some good Christmas songs on there, y'all. So yeah, go check it out on YouTube.
You just posted it, and it was "Unto Us a Child Is Born." Unto us,
Oh yeah.
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 That bass line, and that is so church.
Love it.
Back in the
Yeah, I
day.
can't get out of that.
And don't.
Yeah.
And don't.
Yeah,
Man,
definitely.
Vincent, thank you for just your contribution to gospel music. You are
I
necessary.
appreciate it, man. I appreciate this opportunity. It's a great opportunity just to talk. And I think it's great that we have Root Magazine, and you are able to really have some great artists on here. So it's a great thing. So we thank you as well.
Yeah, man. Thank you. And make sure you guys get the new album, the new project titled Live in Chicago. That cover's dope too.
Yeah, that's a good cover.
Yeah, man, get it. It's all wherever you get your music, on all digital platforms. Hez House Entertainment. Shout out to Bishop Hez.
Shout out to
giving
Bishop.
artists like Vincent and
Yes,
Kevin
sir.
and Mark Hubbard a platform, man.
Yeah, there's
to
some more
present
people.
this music.
Yeah,
if you don't know
thank
what
God
it
for
looks
them.
like, it's right here. Go get
That's
it.
what it looks like live in Chicago.
Go get it.
So get it right now, man. Thank you, Vincent, man.
Thank
You're welcome
you.
here
Appreciate you,
anytime, brother.
Thank you all so much. All right.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. We'll
Merry
talk.
Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
That was Vincent
Super
Bohanan,
dope, man.
guys. Make sure if you don't have the project, you get it live in Chicago. It's dope, man. Beginning to end. They got some jewels on there. And he's recording again in January.
And then again in April.
And then again in April. You better hit them. Listen, Maverick City's doing it. They dropping songs every week. They dropping albums every month.
Yep.
Listen, and it's what he said, man. You gotta, while it's hot, you gotta keep striking while it's hot.
Scripture says
soon that wave is gonna be gone.
Scripture says you have to work while it's
day.
Because night comes when no man can work. Everybody,
that's it.
Everybody, this is the pastor, but it is what it is. Everybody has a day season and everybody has a night season.
Every day I'm hustling.
Work in your day season. I'm telling you, work.
I'm trying to get 300 acres like Rick Ross.
That's a lesson.
You see the video? Diddy went to Rick Ross' house and was just like, he almost died. He was like, bro, this is ridiculous.
Got all those cars and don't got a license. Like he got horses.
Just land, just the ground. It's just like every day I'm hustling. Listen, that's what we striving to do, man.
Absolutely, man.
Well, hey, guys, this was a dope show. Thank you to our guest, Vincent Bohanan. Next week, I like to call it our Christmas show or our Root Consulting Artist Show. All of the artists that I represent on Root Consulting will be our guests. They're going to be singing. It is Christmas. They're going to be doing Christmas carols, all of that stuff. We're going to be playing games. We're going to be in our red and green. Next week, please tune in for our special Christmas edition of Root Access Live. And Coco will be back with us.
Yeah, because she can't take no more days off. There's no
more days off. No more days off. She didn't even go to HR night. She just took the day off.
Just told her, hey, I'm not gonna be there. Like,
yeah. So make sure you tune in. We're giving you great content, great artists, all that stuff Coco be saying. I don't know what she be saying. But listen,
I don't know. Good vibes, good energy.
Good vibes, great energy.
Listen, just meet us back here next week.
Meet us back here next Thursday.
Dude.
Love y'all.